my top tacks on both sides. And you don't need to grind it that much, just a little bit on either side, that way you can tie into your tacks smooth. So let's go ahead and put a root in this thing. Alright guys, so I got my monster coupon tacked up here with an 1/8 inch gap. I'll be using 332 wire. Now the technique that I'm going to be doing is a backfeed technique with this 332 wire with a tighter gap. With a tighter gap and 332 wire, you're able to weld faster, and the weld doesn't take as long because you're not trying to fill up a huge gap. And it took me a while to figure that out. So if you can use this technique, taking weld tests and also on the job, it's going to speed up everything for you. And what we're doing is backfeeding from the top with 332 wire around 120 amps. Because with the tighter gap and 332 wire, you can move really fast, but also with that temperature, if you mess up or anything, the heat will make up for your mistakes. So I'll be feeding my wire from the top and then backfeeding my wire all the way around this coupon to the top. With a tighter gap, you don't have to try to weave it left and right and up and down in some crazy, weird motion like a big gap. So these tighter gaps allow you just to soak it up, melt it in there, and that's really all you're doing with putting a root in, is just putting something in there that's a little bit above flush on the inside and connects the two pieces of pipe. Okay, I'm going to feed my wire through the top, down to the bottom. Now I'm going to heat up my tack. You've got to heat up that tack to make sure it's liquid. All you're doing is creating a liquid puddle and connecting the two pieces of pipe. So I'm going to be feeding my wire and then connecting that puddle to the two different pieces of pipe. So up and down. I like to move my tungsten top bevel, bottom bevel, top bevel, bottom bevel, top bevel, bottom bevel. Keeping the wire in the puddle, keeping everything nice, liquid, and hot. Keeping everything smooth. And this is the technique that I do with all my alloys, just moving the tungsten up and down, making sure that it is connected, everything is liquid. Because really all you're doing with TIG welding is just creating a liquid puddle and adding wire into it. Don't overthink it. It's not that complicated. You just have to get used to creating a puddle. So I'm getting close to this tack right here, and I'm actually dipping it on the top and bottom, making sure that it's breaking down. Alright, so we're finished with that side. We're going to go ahead and pop off and take our fisheye onto the bevel. Alright guys, now that we've got our right side done, I'm going to move over here to my left-hand side. Now, one of the most important things that I've noticed in the welding industry is being able to weld with both somewhere tight, and you have to use your left and right hand. It's going to make you more versatile, and you won't ever have to worry about being in the field and not knowing how to use a specific hand for a weld. Also, your foreman, your GF, your QC is going to notice that you can weld with both hands, and they will always call you for the harder welds on the job, but also they will always be calling you back to go on jobs because they know you can weld with both hands. So I'll be doing this left-hand side with my left hand and making it a lot more easier for me to weld this coupon out rather than bending my back and arms in a crazy position to weld it. It makes it super fluid and easy to weld. So I'm still running at 120 amps.